And just to add to that, like I have been talking to many people who want to start a career in project management, right? And some of them have already started. Let's say they are in a company, they're working as a project manager role, and someday their boss is coming in and saying, yeah, this is a new project, and you start managing it. What do you think? What is the right way to start a project?
Yeah, so I think I can tell you how I do it. I think this, when you come to project, there's no right or wrong, right? So it's about individual. But I can tell you what I do it and which helps me every single time, right?
Hi, welcome to Monday Management Talk Season 2. My name is Dinesh Sabnani, and I am on a mission to help corporate professionals to make their next career move to project management. Monday Management Talk Season 2 is a project management series. In this series, we are inviting lots of folks who have made successful careers in the field of project management. With that, today I'm going to invite a dear friend of mine, Navita Kosta. Hi, Navita.
Hi, Dinesh.
Good to see you on a live meeting.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad to be part of, this discussion. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, thank you very much actually for coming in. And um, you have been a mentor figure for me, to be honest. And personally, I have learned a lot from you. So when I thought of doing this series, I thought like I will definitely be inviting Navita for sure, because I know your experience will definitely help lot many people who are going to come up in the field of project management.
Yeah.
So can you tell me something about your career journey and how you got into project management?
Career, right? So it's when you ask about career, then I thought, oh, 20 years gone, right? Seriously, I've completed 20 years in IT. So I think my career started as, many of us 20 years back as a developer. So
Right.
I started my career as a developer, core developer, directly coming from college, and then, join one of the, company in Hyderabad. And I started my career that time. Those days, .NET, VB, Power Builder, those kind of, coding I
Oh,
used to do. So I started as a developer. Then, that time after you done with 3 or 4 years, that right, you move to the lead role. And that's what the trend was that time, right? And then I become lead, and then I become project manager in that company. Almost I worked for 10 years there. It was a long time because
okay.
first thing, it was my first company, so I wanted to be longer time. It's like emotional attachment. So
Yeah.
I worked there for 10 years, and then I thought, no, I need to have a little bit of more challenge in my role, what I'm doing. It's like
Right.
it's kind of repetitive, right? Then I shifted to a one of the product company where it's not like a typical project management. It's like a product release, right? It could be
Right.
quarter, it could be yearly. So that is what I shifted, and then again there I worked for some time, and then moved it to another company which is again a service based. And there I worked for almost like 1.5 year again for a project management. But then I got opportunity for a bigger one, right? To work as a program manager. And then that is again like a product base, and you're having quarterly release. And and then moved to some other role as well, like which is like you can say as a QA role, yeah.
Sure.
Or you are reviewing the project, you are making sure that things goes fine within certain groups, right? So
Right.
that role like more of like not doing exactly project management, but it is like ensuring that everything is going well done by the project manager, like doing the reviews kind of thing, right?
Right.
And then but then after doing 2.5 year, I felt that no, that is not something it's like I want to do, because like continuous, not that that role was bad, but maybe something it was not giving satisfaction to me, right?
Sure.
So I came back to project management, which was because the reason is when I compared all the role, right,
Right.
in career, what I felt is, um, you know, uh, I'm more passionate about project management when I'm closer to team, when I'm closer to customer, when I'm doing hands-on, right? And that's where it gives me that energy and happiness. And that's where I shifted back to project management. And then doing for certain 2-3 years of that role, of course, I was doing well. I was happy. There
Yeah.
was no complaint, but then I got an opportunity for something like some leadership role, right? And then
Right.
that why I don't want to try that. Let me try that. Why I'm restricting myself to the same role, right? Let me
Sure.
try for some time. Maybe it's something new I can explore there, right? I went to that role, again did for 2.5 months. Again, I realized, no, that is again not my cup of tea, right? That was purely like people management. It's not like, again, I said that every role has its own, importance, right?
Right.
And but maybe I'm not made for that. And then again, I made a choice to come back to project management. So now you know that
Right.
how I'm very passionate about that project manager role, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason, like you know me, right? I'm doing for almost like 3 years now, again as a project manager. So yeah, that is my whole journey on that kind of role.
Yeah.
But many areas I've worked. I've worked with different, industries, healthcare, banking, finance, right? Where I was developer and as a project manager. So if I say that, so short and crisp, this was my overall career journey. But again, you see that every time I go somewhere, I'm coming back to project management, right?
Yeah,
So
and that's when I also realized, like, yes, you have taken plunges, right, and tried different roles, but and also you thought like, yeah, those roles are also giving you some kind of experience, right, and which you can actually take it to do your project management back well, right, and there are so many aside of project management things that we do on our day-to-day job that the core of the project management always stays fundamental with you, right? And I'm sure when you actually switched from your like completing 10 years in that first company and you took up a product management role, right? You must have taken a plunge one more time. How did you do that? Did you had a mentor or to guide you or
um, honestly, that time when I shifted that, to be honest, that time there was nothing called mentor, right? That concept came as recently 5 to 10 years back. So when I actually took up a role, there was no mentor, but I can say there was every phase of my career there was a guide.
right,
Maybe when I was shifting from services to product management, I had one person who was always guiding me. Okay, this is something different. So I always, first of all, I was searching for that. It's like, okay, I made a big change. Now what I need to know about this. Okay, what was working as a project manager but may not work in the product company, right? Which I
right,
was. So what are those things? So I always look for, and I would not say it's only one person. Whoever I see, that time, oh, that person is good in that. Let me connect with that. That person is good in that. Let me connect with that. Right.
wow, right,
So I was not restricting myself to one person. Wherever I see the opportunity to learn from someone,
yeah,
which might help in my career, and that's what I did. Right.
wow,
Yeah. So otherwise, it's like, and it's not about you are having that frequently. Oh, I'm meeting once in 6 months or once in a
right,
month.
yeah,
I wanted to meet whenever I feel, oh, my next is this, I need to meet it now. So
wow,
that's what I looked. So there were many people who helped me during when I shifted to product management, right? And they told me, oh, one thing which I always ask, what I should do is fine, but I should not be doing it. That is something I want to know from your
sure,
experience. Because
right.
that will help you mitigating you doing the same mistake in that role, right? So
That's so nice. Like you must be like connecting the dots of how you actually figure out the next role. And if you're aiming for something, you're actually trying to find help from the nearby and from the dear ones that what can they give you as a feedback that yeah, this is something can be done so that you can jump into this role or jump into that role, right? And to your journey, we can like very much witness you have changed so many roles, right? And you must be really connecting the dots and figuring out and like what can needs to be done for taking up that the next role, right?
right. So
Yeah.
I tell you one example when I taken a one role, right, which was purely people management, right? Before that, I was project manager. So when I came back from that role,
Mm-hmm.
the way I'm executing now as a project manager is totally different because earlier I was totally, oh, I need to deliver this. somehow, whatever, by hook and crook, I need to get it done, right? But
Right.
now I can think about that empathy. I can think about that what team thinks, right? What is their
Right.
pain area? So I'm taking everyone along now, which
Yeah.
is giving me much more success, satisfaction, happy team, happy customer, right?
Right.
So that experience is, I will not say it gone waste, right? I mean, it is with me and it's helping me a lot
Sure.
now. So I mean, you can see that, right? So if I tell you the one mantra for success project, you're having a happy team, so they
Right.
can do wonder. If your team is happy, they can do wonders.
Yeah.
So
And just to add to that, like I have been talking to many people who want to start a career in project management, right? And some of them have already started. And the one question which commonly asked from all of them is what is the right approach to start a project? For example, let's say they are in a company, they're working as a project manager role, and someday their boss is coming in and saying, yeah, this is a new project, and you start managing it. So what will be your advice to them? And you have like gained so much of experience. You have caught up into project management after playing so many other roles as well. What do you think? What is the right way to start a project?
yeah, so I think I can tell you how I do it. I think this, when you come to project, there's no right or wrong, right? So it's about individual. But I can tell you what I do it and which helps me every single time, right?
Sure.
So when I'm given any project, I observe for 1 or 2 days. Just see that how, what is my team? Who are my stakeholders? What is the history of that customer? What are the pain areas? Which, if there is a history, what are the pain areas, right? The team whom I'm going to work with, what I connect with them just to understand what are they not comfortable about, right? One
Sure.
thing you do definitely, yeah, you will go to contract, you will go to what is the scope, but that is usual thing. You do it. Any project manager will do anyway, has to do, right?
Sure.
It has a timeline. That is standard thing. I mean, that is standard project management, which everyone knows. But this is something helps me to identify the risk, identify the dependency. It'll give me, where I need to focus from the start of
Sure.
the project. Otherwise, you get into project, you start executing, and then you come to, oh my God, this is something is, I missed it. I could have done it earlier. That might have make it mitigated, right? So
Right.
I would say that one is observe, and
Mm-hmm.
the second is, the risk management. I think this is something I definitely look forward to do it well in advance before I start the project, right? What I
Yeah.
see if I start the project. So these two things I cover it from my perspective. And when I say observe, it is not only one area. It covers everything. Leadership, your customer leadership, your customer, your team, your in fact the environment, right, where you're getting into, what is the history. So yeah, that is what I would advise them to, spend some time, don't
Sure.
jump into, oh, this is the scope, this is the style, let's start. I think that's where, helps me.
And is that something like a personal takeaway for you, like by being into project management role? Is that like how you deal with any other situation?
Yeah, if I tell you, at home, it's like in my mind, like continuously I'm thinking about planning, continuously I'm thinking about the risk. Okay,
Right.
I'm doing this today, I have 10 tasks, right? I
Yeah.
cannot achieve, I cannot do everything, so I need to prioritize. So that is continuously happening in my personal life also, right?
Right.
And if I feel that, oh, I have committed 3 people, there is a risk I cannot attend. So it's, if you really relate to, it's the
Yeah.
same thing I'm doing at home, right? So
Yeah.
it becomes habit. You, in it, unintentionally, you start doing like that, right? So
Exactly. Exactly.
that is
And
what I
maybe,
was.
yeah, and maybe coming to one more interesting question, right? Now you being into project management, and this is one of the things which any early project management do feel like and ask about, what will be my day like if I get into a project manager role?
Okay, good question. Not a standard answer, I would say, because see, when I wake up next day morning, when
Right.
I'm actually going to bed every night, I don't know what will come in next day, because nowadays it's not only projects that's agile, it's like priorities also becoming agile, right? So when
Right.
I think about that, oh, tomorrow I have to take care of four things when I wake up and just check the emails. Yeah, let's start with the email checking if you're really asking, right?
Wow.
You,
Yeah.
you wake up and you start checking your emails, and then based on that, what you have done previous, that is all When now you have to make your new list. Okay, this is something. You start with meeting team first thing, right? Of course, you want to meet your team. You have to talk to them. What is their
Yeah.
concern? What they are going to do, right? Daily stand up, you can say. But I would say that it depends again on my priority. When I see there is something burning, your all priority goes differently, right? You have to set up that. So you start with that, then of course you see that where is the your priority area for today. Is that your
Mhm.
project going well? No problem, you can focus on other thing. But
Yeah.
if your project is not going well, then you focus on that particular area. Maybe you will meet team, you'll meet that, and meet customer, come up with the solution and do that. So there's no particular, I would say that my Monday goes with the status reporting. I think every project manager does. But I
Yeah.
think in day to day, it's changing every single day for me,
Mm.
all the projects I'm doing. I cannot say, oh, this is the particular thing I do every day. Sometimes I'm totally with team, having 4 hours call, coming up with a solution,
Sure.
because that's the priority for that day. Next day, maybe I'm with the customer because they have concern. I need to address that. I need to make a strategy. I need to have a call in the evening.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a priority for leadership where they need to have the data for whatever you're executing, and they want to ensure that we are taking care of the customer, we are taking care of the team, we're taking care of the project, it's on track. So it depends, how you want to have your team, but structure as a day. But definitely it's like daily status and making sure that team is on their task, and any blocker you want to remove, that's the standard I do. But
Definitely.
it's everyday change. So
Yep. Okay. Maybe my next question will be for you is, this is something again I get it from the field. And also coming up from many new people who have just like crossed 3 years of experience in an IT industry. What should be their next path? Should that be project management or should that be product management?
see, I would say that most of the people when I met, to whom I'm mentor for, right? I'm mentoring them. What I realized that they just see the title of project manager, right? They
Right.
get attractive with that, but they forget to think that what exactly they want to achieve,
Exactly.
right? So
Mm.
first of all, to the new people who wants to come to project management, they have to spend some time and think, what I want. Do I want to close with the customer? Do I want to work with the team? Do I want to release, like, product is totally different. Like services is something you're working with the customer and meeting their requirement. Product is something you're releasing for the broader thing, right? Your life
Right.
cycle. So for product life cycle is totally different. So first of all, they need to understand what they want, what they are interested in. Based on their interest, then they can choose a path. Okay, now because I want to product management for 1 2 3 reason. Like for example, if you ask me, do I want to go to product management right now? No, because I want to closure to customer. Product management is something you are building in house,
Right.
right? You will, though indirectly you're collecting from the market, but still you're working with an internal team and all.
Right.
Interested in that? Maybe no, not at this point. I maybe in future, but right now I want to closure to customer. I want to maybe work more on it, or more on what they want in digital transformation. So maybe because of that, I'm as part of services, right? So
Right.
they need to actually think what they want to do, what interests them,
Yeah.
and then they can decide a mentor. And I know that I'm answering it later, but when talked about mentor,
Yeah.
so it is not about choosing mentor, it is about mentees. You need to be a good mentee, right? So when
Right.
mentor is, you have to build that trust. You need to ensure that whenever you're talking to mentor, it's like reflection. You can just talking to your reflection. Okay, this is my problem now. What is
Mm-hmm.
the solution, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you need to choose a mentor. Someone else should not choose for you. It's
Right.
based on your need, your career growth. Choose your mentor, and then
Right.
you're very open. It's not like a checkpoint. I need to meet after 4 weeks, 6 weeks. No, don't do that. you know uh, Take a guidance whenever you need it, right? So that
Definitely.
is so two things. One is, of course, why, and have a right mentor for you, so that you get the right advice at the right time. I think right time is very important, because you need it now. You're talking after 4 weeks, it just get diluted. So you need
Right.
to always think that.
Definitely. And I agree with you. Like, if you want a mentor right now, go to the mentor and talk about your problems. Definitely, mentors are there for you to help you out and show you the right path. And basically, the job of a mentor is to basically validate what exactly you are thinking. Is it right or is it wrong? Right?
Right.
And mentors will always help you out that way.
Right. And sometimes, even though if mentor suggesting, in my personal experience, when I joined my organization, one of my organization, I got mentor. When
Right.
you're talking to a mentor, you need not to be agree with everything. You listen
Yeah,
because they are telling you with their experience. When you are working, your background is different, your experience is different, your way of approach is different, your values are different, right?
definitely.
So
Yes.
you hear them, absorb and see that what is really suitable. So that will give you, okay, if someone has done the mistake, that will save you not to do, right? You
Yeah.
need not to learn doing mistake again and again. That will save you for that. But again, you are
Exactly.
the decision person. You need to take a decision what you have to do after listening to mentor, your colleagues, or anyone for that matter, right? So yeah.
So nice. So nice to hear you and such thoughtful things that you have in your mind, Navita. I'm so glad to meet you today and like talking about this in length. And seriously, this has been a very wonderful conversation so far. So, Navita, if anybody wants to find you, where they can find you?
I'm there in LinkedIn, so they can find me in LinkedIn. Connect with me in that network. I'm available.
So nice, so nice.
But
So
thank you so
people,
much, Dinesh. I think this
yeah,
was not only you, this was wonderful conversation for me also,
yeah,
because that gave me, oh, what my thinking? Because I also don't spend time, okay, what my thoughts are, right? When you're asking question, I'm just giving answer. These are my thinking when I
right,
approach, right? So
right.
yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Definitely. I mean, that pleasure is all us actually to have you on board for this particular series. And again, mentioning this is my series, which is season 2 of Monday Management Talk. And I
Mhm.
have been doing this from last 1 year by giving some thoughts, some ideas for people who wants to get started with their careers in project management. Because like one, I
Mhm.
was the one where shift my career from technical to non-technical, and I also went through a kind of a learning curve for 2 years approximately, which I think that with the help of these videos and these conversations, we can bring that learning curve down to some months, so that, as you said, time matters and the right time also matters a lot. So if this conversation helps so many people to basically switch into project management or not, these videos will kind of validate their ideas, validate their mindset, whether they are ready for taking up this particular role or not.
No, I think you are absolutely doing wonderful job, Dinesh, because the thought itself, right? Helping someone, I think that's good. I mean, you cannot reach out in person to everyone, but if this could help anyone in any ways, I think really glad. So thank you for taking that initiative. I believe that's really a good thing you're doing. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Navita.
Thank you so much, Dinesh.
So, friends, thank you for watching this video till the end. We thank Navita Kosta for sharing knowledge from her vast experience in the field of project management. If you want to connect with Navita, then check the LinkedIn profile link given in the description. In case you need more clarification on the role of project management, then I am available for a one-on-one session on how to start a career in project management. The link to book the meeting with me is given on the screen and on the description. Please comment your thoughts below so that we know how are you liking this series and we do any improvements if needed. Please subscribe, comment, like and share this video with at least one person so that it reaches to the right audience and benefit the project management community. Again, thank you for watching this video till the end. I will come up with one more episode very soon. Till then, goodbye and take care and wish you more power and success. Thank you.